All right, boys, we've got a heap of new listeners listening to the MacPack podcast in the last couple of weeks.
So many.
They're coming down the pipeline hard, that's for sure.
They're absolutely loving it. So there must be a little bit of sharing going on, which
There must be.
we absolutely love.
Oh,
because
of course we do.
listening to a podcast is good.
Yeah, of course.
But listening to a podcast with your mates,
Oh.
you can laugh about the inside jokes.
Inside jokes.
Hell yes. You can have inside jokes about the show. You can talk about how rich Joey is.
That's what you want. So if you can spare a minute, all we're asking you is to share the MacPack podcast with a mate. Just flick a mate a text and go, hey, you might be interested in this, and see what they say.
Of course.
And if you are enjoying the show, make sure that you head to Spotify and give us 5 stars, or head to Apple Podcasts and leave a 5-star review and write a little couple of words in there, and we'll be sure to read them out on a future episode of the MacPack podcast. Boys, should we get into it?
Let's do it.
We've been doing some radio down at Radio Fremantle. That's 107.9 FM. What you're about to hear is what we chatted about there on the weekend.
You can obviously join us live each and every Saturday between 8 to 10 a.m.
But don't worry, because if you missed the episode, you can listen right here in your podcast feed.
Enjoy!
Coming to you live.
Coming to you live
from the studios in Fremantle.
The Three Brothers.
I'm feeling fan-freaking-tastic.
Boys! Is this thing on?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Welcome to the best day of the week.
It's Saturday.
TGIS.
Turn your radios on.
Crank up that dial.
Saturdays are for the bros.
The weekend's here.
You're listening to the MacPack on Radio Fremantle 107.9.
Good morning and welcome to the MacPack. You're listening to Jake, Joe, and Junior Boy for your Saturday morning. How are we, lads?
Boys, good day to have a good day today. What do you reckon?
Yeah, for sure.
Great day to have a good day.
I saw a bloke just on Rockingham Road on the drive-in who seemed like he was ready to have a great day. Did you see him? You might have seen him, Jay.
Already necking in?
He was running.
Oh, no.
He was running with a duffel bag in his right hand.
Oh, cool.
And then I was like, I wonder what he's training for.
Oh,
I was like, wait,
the stealing Olympic.
Maybe this is the event.
Yeah, he had trained for this.
Yeah.
The duffel bag.
So if you see a man running on Rockingham Road with a duffel bag and you're missing a bunch of goods from your house or car, well, last seen Rockingham Road.
Scene, yeah. It's interesting. It's always the duffel bag. It's never like the tote.
Yeah, nah.
You know, no one's ever running away with 2 totes full of goods.
I think a backpack would be the best.
Yeah,
Bag,
it looked like a weighted backpack if he was doing it like that. But he was like, right arm straight out and like
and
the
running.
strap like strapped around like from his elbow to his hand.
So it's
And he was
his first
booking
rodeo.
it. Yeah, like hoodie on.
In the morning.
Professional.
I had a dream we were robbed.
Oh,
Yeah, it was 2 kids. They'd come into our house and I was hitting them with a baseball bat.
wow.
And then we became friends.
You became friends.
Yeah, we was like, come on,
that.
guys. And then,
Bonding.
and then we were like hanging out, and I was like, it was, like time moves in the dream.
Yeah.
So at this point we were bonding and stuff, and I was like,
Shows how desperate
What
Joe
were
is
you-
just to make some friends.
and I was like,
What were you doing bonding? Like throwing the baseball to each other?
no, we were just chatting and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And then I was like,
fun.
hey, was I hitting you that hard with the bat? And they're like, nah,
Oh, how romantic.
friends.
Oh, gee, bro.
forever.
That's cute.
Big show on the cards today. I don't really know where else to go for that. Good stuff. We do have a big show on the cards. I'm bringing a game that I think, as I was putting it together, because Riley's on a bit of a streak.
Yeah, a
This'll
7-win
be-
streak. This will be my 8th, pretty sure.
I was going to say this would be your 10th in a
Who
row.
knows?
Yeah, it's gotten big on us.
Do some research.
I was putting it together, and then it wasn't until I'd finished putting it together I realised Joe's actually pretty heinous at this game, and his cost
Yes.
is correct.
Oh, Joey. Out of touch with the common man, this guy.
Yep.
He once
Can we
said
do private jets?
one set of carton of beer cost like $16 or something. Like, just
Who knows?
couldn't have
Who
less of
knows?
an
Who
idea.
knows, everyone.
Today we are taking on a specific store
Ooh.
and some different merchandise from that specific store. I'm intrigued to see how we go. Junior Boy just on an absolute tear
That'll be exciting.
at the moment.
Yes, dude.
You're chatting 21st dilemma. You got 21st
That's it.
done later tonight.
21st tonight. Fire up, boys. It's going to be a good one.
And when have you missed an important call?
Oh.
Plus, we decide on our signs very late in the show. What sign will we be taking up next week? It's all to be decided. Vote on the MacPack poll via Instagram. Results coming later. You're listening to the MacPack on Radio Freedom. The Beatles, I'm looking through you. You're listening to the MacPack on Radio Freo 107.9.
Boys, there's been some massive news in the past couple of weeks.
Huge.
I'm talking about none other than Pope Leo 14.
I just guessed that, dude.
Of course.
It's from Chicago.
From Chi-Town, Windy City.
Chirac.
Yes, the deep dish Pope.
That's what the rappers call it. I'm not
Everyone
too
was
sure what it
everyone
means.
was getting up and about after the conclave.
Yeah, fire up, bro.
Did you have a party for it?
The
smoke.
conclave. Yeah.
I had everyone come round. We all ate bread and wine.
Bread, wine,
Smoke.
the huge. Yeah.
Open the window. Blow the smoke.
Wore our crazy hats. But yeah, everyone was up.
We had that big white one he always
Yeah, everyone was up and about for the Pope. And this Pope's pretty young. A lot of times the Popes are old. I mean, he's still kind of old.
Yeah, he's older than me.
For sure.
How old is the young fella?
I believe he's 69, going on 70. Yeah.
69.
Bravo.
Good to the game. Conclave just sitting around going, this will be funny though. Be funny.
Yeah.
Good idea to put a youngish dude in to give him a fair stint. What makes you a bit nervous when they put someone up who's like mid-80s and you're like,
Oh,
right,
we're gonna have to do this again.
yeah, sick. We all meet back in 2 years, yeah?
Yeah, well, there's one guy, he was only Pope for 30 days.
Golly, what did he get up to?
Dying, mainly. Yeah.
It's not a very...
Not feeling good, actually, guys. I don't even know if I should be... I don't know if I should be the boss.
It's actually quite stressful, guys.
Yeah, I'm going on sick leave.
I think it might tip me over the edge, actually.
You've always said you wanted to do it. This is your final wish.
Yeah. But yeah, so Pope, it's a massive job being Pope, and it's great. It's interesting having one who...
What do they do?
Great question.
Good call, actually.
Like, what's their 9 to 5 like?
Blessings, a lot of
Yeah.
blessings.
A lot of blessings.
They do a lot of writing. They write out what they think about stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, journaling.
Tell people.
Journaling.
Yeah.
It's big in 2025.
They obviously do the mass.
Yeah.
Go up on the window on Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah.
Do a bit of a wave.
That's
That's
cool.
gotta
I
be.
do that at my place, though.
You'd be just in the door before you leave. All right, this is going to go off. Like,
Do you reckon any time they ever think, today, we Macarena? Today, we Macarena, guys.
but it's interesting because at least since I've been alive, the Pope's always been like not a native English speaker.
Oh, yeah.
So it is interesting hearing a Pope who's like,
American.
yeah, American.
Yeah.
And
Mind
he's
you, the
got-
Chicago accent makes you question whether they
Yeah.
are genuine English speakers as well.
And he's got his brother. He's very close with his brother, much like us. Come on, come on.
I've heard they also have the podcast.
Yeah,
The Popecast.
the Pope and me.
The Pope cast.
And obviously, the Pope's been elected. You can't talk to him because he's doing Pope stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go to the next
Busy
best
boy.
thing. His bro.
Oh.
And not his brother,
Two I
because
see.
that could be a priest. His bro.
I think he comes from... Does he come from 3? I think he comes from a 3. A 3 combo of brothers.
Oh, wow. Hey, what happened to the third? That's Kanye.
Yeah. And he's been interviewed, this guy.
The brother.
And the brother. He's
Yeah.
been getting a lot of cashies from this Pope gig.
Good man.
Oh.
I like this.
And he was talking to the Associated Press
Nice.
when he realized that his brother
The Bromingo.
had been calling him for 2 hours and he had not
Oh.
picked up because he'd been doing interviews. I've got the clip here.
So the Pope was calling him.
The Pope was calling him and he's
Imagine
been
ignoring
missing.
the Pope.
I've got the clip here of him. This is the first time his brother spoke to the Pope after he'd been elected.
Oh, he's called for 2 hours already.
Oh, FaceTime. We're FaceTiming.
Well, why don't you answer your phone?
Well, first you need to know you're on the air right now. This is the first time I'm hearing that this thing rang, and we are being filmed and recorded.
Right now?
Right this very minute.
It does sound very much... There's a few elements to that. Firstly, it sounds like he wants to have a proper go at him.
Yeah.
Because he starts off, doesn't say hi, just say, can't believe you didn't answer my phone
Yeah.
for 2 hours. And then the brother goes... Like, proper brother, because he could have set him up
Yeah.
big time and just said nothing and just let him absolutely rinse him. But instead he went, I'm going to protect this guy. He's only been in the job a few
Yeah.
hours. We're recording, so anything
Yeah.
you can use will be used against you.
Because think about if you were trying to call one of us for 2 hours
Yeah, no,
and you
it's
haven't
not-
heard of us,
so
and
you're
then we
fine.
call back, you could say you just think you're on the phone with your brother.
Yeah.
But obviously you're the Pope, but your relationship with your brother is still
You're not the
that relationship.
Yeah.
So he could have said any amount of rogue stuff inside joke. What's up, my bro? Like,
Could you imagine a Pope getting cancelled?
yeah.
It's
yeah.
2025. Anything can happen. I love it. We are asking the question, when have you missed an important call? Because I'd say missing a call from a Pope is very important. But
From your brother?
It's
No, no.
way less important. You're listening to the Mac Back here on Radio Freo 107.9. It's Joey's favourite, John Bellion.
Yeah.
With All Time Low, you're listening to the Mac Back on Radio Freo 107.9. We want you guys to vote for the signs that we're going to be taking out to the streets this time next week as part of our bit of our honkathon.
Oh, wow.
This
time next week.
This time, if all goes well, Joe's in charge of all
If all
operations.
sign admin goes well.
Yes, if Officeworks printing press is available.
We'll be chatting about that just after probably 9:30 today. But jump on the Instagram account, like many have already, and vote for which sign you would like us to be wielding this time next week.
That's huge.
At the MacPack.podcast on Instagram. Quite important to
At the
throw there.
Backpack Podcast on Instagram.
Yeah,
there you
exactly
go.
right.
There we are.
We're chatting about popes.
We're
Yes.
chatting about the Pope.
Do you reckon John Bellion's the next chance to be the Pope?
I reckon he could be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Joey
'Cause
loves
he
it.
obviously was at an all-time low, but he's on the rise.
Yes, looks like the Pope. Yes, we were talking about Pope Leo's brother, who had been ignoring his call via FaceTime iPad for 2 hours.
FaceTime iPad. You can't miss it. It's
Tell
so
me
big
you're
you can't
old
miss
without
it.
telling me you're
FaceTime
old.
doesn't ring out either. It just seems to ring
It goes
for days.
forever. Yes, the iPad was in the basement, blowing up, while the Pope's brother was getting interviewed by all sorts of people. He's letting into his home.
And so we have asked the question, when have you missed an important call?
People
Yeah.
got in contact
There's-
via the Instagram at the Backpack Podcast. And we're going to read a couple of
This is
these
what-
out right
This is what the
now.
Pope's brother's iPad sounded like. Yes, I've got one that came in. This person said they've were on hold with Centrelink for about
Right.
45 minutes.
Oh, that's a quick one. I've been on hold with Centrelink for 45 days.
No, then they gave up and they did sometimes you can hang up,
Yeah.
Don't
but they'll
ever-
call you back.
Oh, no, they never call you back. Why would they call you back?
No, there's
Once
like
you're hung
you
up-
join the line.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you
Once
join
you-
the line.
Traditionally, once
you don't
you've
have to
hung up-
listen to
Do you
that
ever join the
song.
line?
Yeah, it is one of those things where you're like,
I don't risk that. They definitely don't prioritize you if you've opted out of being.
yeah, but
on
you
the
don't
line.
need to have your phone playing the song.
Yeah, but I want to get it done.
Yeah,
Get me
okay.
on, you know?
So this person joined the line, went to make a cup of coffee, missed the phone call. They put Centrelink on hold while they were making a tea.
Oh, you honestly, you deserve that.
I saw a message from Benno. He texted in and said he missed a call from his real estate agent saying the offer that he put down on a house had been accepted.
Huge. Congrats,
But
Benno.
It was in such high demand that he missed it and it went to the next person.
Oh.
So he missed the house.
You hate
That
to see
would
it.
burn. Surely you're waiting a while for that. Like, that's not something that's taking place over the course
The
of a
market
day.
is piping hot.
Cost of living.
This one came in that I really related to. This person had their phone on Do Not Disturb because they were doing a bit of meditating. But their electrician came. You know, sometimes they send you the window.
Yeah, I'll come
You know,
between.
yeah, I'll come between
yeah,
1st
yeah.
of Jan, 31st of Jan.
9 to 5.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
The electrician came while they were in the moment.
Oh,
And they
levitating in the
missed
back
the
room.
electrician. The electrician.
Well, they couldn't hear him bashing on the door.
Yeah.
That is a great state of meditation. That's
Yes,
impressive.
they were in the absolute moment.
At that level of meditation, you could almost hear what the bloke at the door's thinking.
Yeah.
The same wavelength.
I can hear my heartbeat. Boom, boom.
Have you ever missed an important call, Joe?
I have, yes. At work, we use Teams.
Yeah, Microsoft Teams. I'm familiar.
Microsoft Teams and also Microsoft Outlook.
Oh, Microsoft Outlook. Yeah, the
So-
emailing platform.
Yes, of course.
Obviously.
Do you have
All
the
part
mic-
of the M365
You have the
platform.
365
Yeah, we
suite.
do, yeah.
Oh
Do
my
you
God,
ever
must be doing
use,
very nice.
I've got this new one that they've just come up with. It's actually pretty cool. It's called Word.
Oh, Word. Word.
Yeah.
We use Grindr.
Oh,
Oh, right, yeah. Is that Microsoft? Yeah. Is that 365?
hell yeah.
You're on it 365. Yeah, and you know, when I work from home, I'm just getting through it. I have the stuff open
Yeah.
so I can get any notifications or whatever.
Oh,
And I was having a
right.
great day working from home. I was grinding, I was getting stuff
Oh, you're
done.
grinding as well. See,
Yeah,
that's-
everyone's grinding.
Everyone's
Everyone's grinding
grinding.
with
Some of us
Microsoft.
are grinding on Grindr, though. That's the key.
And yeah, as I was sort of getting through the day, I was thinking, this day has been great. No one has contacted me.
Right, nice.
You know, it's like, you know, sometimes you're at work and just ping, ping, so many messages. Leave me alone, I'm doing work.
Shut up, Ping.
So I was getting everything done. And then sort of 3 p.m. I was like, I haven't got any emails. So I checked in. Turns out
Wi-Fi's off.
I hadn't been signed in to I needed to verify my sign in.
Oh, I've had
So
it
I had
before.
missed a day's worth of
And it also looks like you're offline.
yeah.
Joe's vacating.
Yeah, and then it's just like all these like These emails like they're coming
You're
like
fired.
one by one.
You're
Where are you?
fired. We need you
Oh
now.
boy.
Stressful.
Yeah.
Stressful.
So I just
time.
go back. Hey guys, a bit of a. You gotta just throw Microsoft under the bus. Maybe we can move to Grindr.
You should. You're listening to the Mac Back on Radio Frio. Black Eyed Peas with I Got a Feeling. You're listening to the Mac Back on Radio Frio.
Boys, got a 21st tonight. How good a 21st?
They are grand.
That's the kind of track you'd hear at a 21st.
It is. Floor filler.
for sure. You can't not
Floor
get a feeling from that.
Floor filler alert. When that comes on tonight, I just want you to yell out, floor filler. Everyone go, oh, that guy gets it.
Boys, 21st. What do they involve? Free beers?
Free beers.
Yes, a lot of free beers.
Partying with mates and family, and everybody dressed up.
Ooh.
And the second part of that is what we're going to be talking about today, boys.
The dressing up.
The tie.
Oh my goodness. How many versions of JT have we got in the
Obviously, the neck can have many accessories, boys.
Sure.
You got the classic tie,
studio? It's going to be a long show.
the bow tie, a scarf, or even
A scarf? Who's wearing a scarf to a 21st?
a bolo tie if you're feeling a bit. Oh, country
The
west.
bolo tie is kind of having a moment with this whole country renaissance we're living through.
I haven't seen many country ties. What are they called? Bowler ties in the flesh.
Yeah, in the fleshlight. Me neither.
I stopped myself and you went all in.
Boys, I've got a dilemma regarding my tie for tonight's 21st. The dress code is suits. That's all we've been given. The
Oh,
dress.
right.
Suits.
No,
this is-
does that mean you got
Yo,
to
it's Lewis Lit.
Yeah, you all got to come with a different character.
Mike
He
Harvey.
actually put a photo of the suits characters in and said,
Go as-
dress like
Go
this.
as Prince Harry.
Go as
Go as-
Meghan Markle. Go as Meghan
Yeah.
Markle. That'll look real good.
Obviously, having you two as the older brothers, you can rely on you guys to get the suit off. Don't need to head down to YD.
Rely on me.
I go down to-
anytime either of you need to wear a suit.
Don't need YD when I've got Jody.
Yeah.
He's a businessman.
I've got this, $6,000 suit that you guys
Spell.
borrow.
That's not at all true. Where's that one?
It's no way I'd buy something that shit.
Anyway, so I got the nice navy blue suit off Joe, but then it came to picking a tie, and that's where things got confusing, boys. And I need your help picking one out tonight. So I've got two with me.
You've bought your ties.
This is just a straight jacket navy blue tie we got here.
Are you going a straight jacket?
Just like straight jacket.
Straight jacket look.
jacket.
That could be interesting.
It's playing it safe, isn't it? It's
Straight
a navy
jacket
blue
with a tie, playing
it's
it
a bit
safe.
silky. Or we could go.
So what you've just shown us there is just a navy tie, very basic, very simple.
What do you think? He's wearing the suit is that colour.
Yeah,
That would make sense to wear a tie that color, but you need to make sure it's exact though. You can't
it can't be a different shade.
yeah, you can't just wear a blue tie with a blue jacket and they one of them
one is
one of them's
a dark
Blue's
navy and
Clues.
one of them is like a lightish.
Yeah,
dark
you can't do
maroon
that.
Navy.
Or I could wear this tie. I don't want to reveal what it is yet, boys.
Oh, what?
But I'm going to tell you a bit of a story about this tie.
Oh, this is romantic.
This is from Mr. Main.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of Mr. Bean tie.
Jake, ride that fader all you want. If you feel the moment's coming, pull it up. The tie has been a generational icon in ours and many families' lives, boys. This tie, dare I say, taught us all how to tie a tie.
Has anyone else got goosebumps?
Everyone's crying.
It's a, just wait. It's a piece of manhood that no one can take away from a boy. It's not just an accessory. It's a tradition, a legacy, a fabric-based father figure.
I think I know what we're talking about.
Jake, you haven't worn a tie like this in 11 years.
Oh.
Joe, 9, and me, 5. Tonight it could get its return and rightful last hurrah. Boys, I present to you the finest burgundy, white, and blue tie in all the land.
Wow, it needs a wash.
This is the high school uniform tie that we all wore through
Yes.
years 7 to 12.
Yes.
I'll drape it over the desk as if it is as magical as it
That
sounds.
burgundy, white, and blue is glorious to me.
Boys, I could wear the classic navy blue tie, but today I honour the neckwear that accompanied us through years of long,
This is
boring
anything.
classes, dodgy tuck shops.
There's
and
still a bit of cheesy on it.
lunchtime footy on the oval. The tie that knew the struggle of a 40-degree day with no aircon and the pain of trying to nod at half asleep on a Monday morning. The tie that sat proudly over blazers 2 sizes too big and got loosened the second we stepped off the school grounds like a badge of rebellion. It was there for assemblies, detention, and formal photos. It's more than polyester and poor fashion choices. It's a symbol of chaos, camaraderie, and the coming of age, boys. So while this navy tie may look sharp, this tie here, boys, it has stories.
It does.
And tonight I wear it, not just around my neck, but wrapped around every memory we made in the hallways.
I like
Don't
that.
go to Corvus?
Nah. But this is the tie that will get a run tonight, boys. It's last hurrah, bringing it back out.
Last time you wore it would have been graduation.
Graduated. That's right.
I think what you've done here is started a movement.
He's revived.
This is anything. I think this will end up becoming something that everyone does. You go to the races, you wear your high school tie.
I like it.
This is massive. I think the decision is simple.
That's it.
Boys, 5 years of the pod coming up, so it's time for a performance review.
You bloody betcha, Jake. It's been too long.
It's been too long. Who's the boss? Who's telling us what we're doing?
Well, we don't have bosses here at the MacPack. You are the only stakeholder listening.
Oh.
So we want to throw the thing open to you. We've made a Google form with a few questions in there.
It's anonymous.
It's completely anonymous. So whether that is a good thing or a bad thing, we'll work out after the first few come through. But it does mean no matter what you put in there, we'll never know who put anything in there. We want to hear your favourite things about the pod, your least favourite things about the pod, the things you want more of, the new ideas that you might have.
Yes.
It's all open for you guys.
Link in bio, link in show notes. Hit us up.
One of those gave me goosebumps and one of them didn't. I think you gotta go.
It's gotta be the
Navy. You gotta go to the high
It's a
school
clean
tie.
Right, boys, we're talking 21st next. Get in contact 047 30 30 80. What makes 21st the best kind of party? Because I've got a couple of reasons why I think so.
Love it. You're listening to the MacPack on Radio Freo 107.9. Make sure you get your votes in as well. The signs. We make our sign results a little bit later. Sabrina Carpenter with Taste. You're listening to the MacPack on Radio Freo 107.9. Junior Boy has now draped the respective tie around his lovely neck. The old Corpus Christi tie, which is honestly, if that is my tie, that came into existence in 2008, so it is approaching its 20th birthday. There has been some elite Corpus Christi alumni, and our very man Rove McManus used to go to, not only used to go to Corpus, but I have seen him recently within the last 12 months wear a tie that was eerily similar to that on the project.
If
You do
Rove
sometimes
can, Riley
see-
can.
Oh.
I might get that tattooed on my ass. What are you going to
You
say?
do sometimes see, because obviously it's not like, I mean, the colours are classic.
Yeah.
So you do sometimes see, someone on the news or something wearing.
It's quite literally just burgundy with
a similar
diagonal.
tie.
Well, what would you call that? Diagonal? Diagonal.
I'd say diagonal.
Blue stripes with a white ribbing on them.
What fun?
But boys, we're talking 21st.
Oh,
Because-
Shorty's arrived.
Because it's my mate's 21st tonight. We're talking why 21st are the best kind of party.
Yes.
I've got 7 reasons here. I'm going to list them off. We're going to talk about each one for a little bit. Number 1.
Seems like a lot. Here we go.
They're good. They're good parties. Number 1. The speeches.
Speeches are good.
Speeches are great.
You don't have to make one tonight, do you?
The perfect blend of roast and
He's gonna-
toast.
He's going to do the tie speech.
For the 21-year-old.
If Riley did his tie speech, I think I have to say you'd probably best all the speeches on.
Yeah, and just end it with, anyway, happy birthday, brother.
Whose birthday is it, by the way?
So my
He didn't
mate,
even go to
my mate whose birthday it is said he wanted to keep speeches tight, within 10 minutes, get them in and out.
Yeah.
And then he went on to list 6 people that are giving speeches.
Whoa. So that speech is going for an hour.
Yeah.
Grab a chair.
He wanted all of the speeches to be done in 10 minutes.
Oh.
Everyone's got 90 seconds to kill.
Oh, I thought you meant everyone gets up there for sub 10 minutes.
I told him he was dreaming. Next up, we've got free beers.
Of course.
That is a
Free
positive.
alcohol is the license to get wild, don't you think?
Of course.
If anyone ever says,
Responsibly.
have this for free, drink
Yeah, give me
responsibly. Yeah. And you have 10 of them. And boys, number 3, the dance floor is unhinged.
Yes.
My favourite part about the 21st is when you see like the mums and aunties on the dance floor boogie into a bit of this.
I love that one.
It's like auntie who you've
Yes.
never seen before
Yeah.
has had 14 wines.
Loves it. Do you know when this one comes on? Flophila!
Flophila. I think it said flophila.
Number 4, the glow up is on display. You're 3 years out of high school. I feel like puberty's like done, and everyone's like,
That started for
the
me.
best,
Joey's still catching.
the best they've ever looked. Don't you reckon? Like all your mates are like the most handsome they've been is at their 21st birthday.
Nice to know.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Are we not agreeing?
Downhill from there.
Outfits are 11 out of 10. Everyone's wearing them.
Yep.
I do.
Yeah, for sure.
Any ladies coming to this party? It's very male focused.
I don't know what they'll be wearing.
Probably neither suit nor
Well, it was
tie.
like the Met Gala, you know? All the ladies draped in suits because that was like the dress code or whatever.
Oh yeah,
they'll
that's
be
true.
good.
Maybe they have to dress as suits. Keep that in mind. They might
suits
come
was
as
the
a
thing,
few
not suits and
Meghan
dresses.
Markles.
You get to talk to people. Number 6, you get to reconnect with everyone you haven't seen in a while. Even like parents and stuff. You know, you get to talk to like the mum that you used to see at soccer
Yeah,
practice.
that's nice. Yeah,
And then now you're chatting to her and having 14 beers with her.
responsibly, obviously. Yeah.
Obviously. And number 7, you get to truly celebrate one of your mates. It's like the whole night actually feels special about one person.
Yeah.
Like when it's like a 19th or like a 17th.
Yeah, it's just an excuse to get.
Yeah. But the 21st actually
Lit.
feels like you're getting around
Yes.
this person. It's the best.
I like it. That's very nice.
Love it 21st.
Lovely stuff. So the suits is the theme.
Yep.
I would love for a lady, like as you mentioned, they can get dressed up in anything. I would love a lady just to go as Lewis Lit. Just as a
Yeah,
bit of a gag.
with a bit
Lean
of a
into
bold
the,
cap.
lean
It's
into
lit.
the gag. You're listening to the Backpack on Radio Freo 107.9. Martha Gunn with Have You Ever Seen the Rain? You're listening to the Backpack on Radio Freo 107.9. Boys, it's time for the weekly game.
Huge.
Today we are playing How Much Did I Pay?
Banger, dude. Let's go.
I pay? Feeling like a clown, your rewards points are gonna turn it around. She said she don't know how much is a pie. You got a smile on your dial and taking me for a ride. How much did I pay? The receipt don't lie. You think I'm a clown and you think I don't mind. How much did I pay? How much did I pay? How much did I pay? It's a pretty simple game with a terrible song. I basically go and find some items. This week we are doing a Nike themed shop. And these are all items that are currently in my bag from the Nike store. We're going to go through. I show you the item. I tell you what the item is. You guys have to guess ballpark figures of what the item would cost. Closest to the correct answer wins a point.
How many are we doing best out of this
We're
week?
doing best of 5.
That's huge.
Best of 5. And currently the scoreboard stands 10 wins for Junior Boy, 4 wins for Jake, and 4 wins for Joe. Riley, this is... if you win today, this would be a 9 streak. You would have won 9 games in a row,
That's
which
right.
means you started the competition 1 versus 4-4.
2-4-4.
2-4-4. Yeah, that makes sense.
Blimey.
Wow.
So he's gone on a genuine run. Me and Joe haven't seen a win in quite literally at least 2 months.
Yeah, and this is famously my worst game.
Like, I can't remember the last time I won. We're going to get into it. Pretty simple game. You guys just text through your answers to me and I'll read them out as we go. Simples?
Yeah.
We're kicking things off here with the Nike Vomero. It's a brand new running shoe courtesy of Nike. I've been waiting for this one for ages and I've actually sent this image to you over the
many
journey.
times.
So,
Which colour should I get? Do you like the blue or do you like the slightly lighter blue?
well, the blue one that I want is out of stock, so there are a few decisions. How much does the Nike Vomero 18 men's road running shoe cost you? Have a little geese.
Looking for any prices on the screen? None.
I'm not an
obviously.
idiot.
I can't remember. I feel I didn't look at the price.
No, I don't.
Oh, must be very
It was
nice.
just on design.
Yeah, that's all I cared
You
about.
should have asked, is this worth the cost?
Yeah, that's right. All right, I've sent my answer in, Joe. How about you?
Sent mine in.
Joe's locked it in.
Beautiful. Boys have locked in. Joe has gone with 210. Junior Boy has gone with 180.
180!
The correct answer is 220.
Oh,
Yeah.
how you like them apples?
Joey is off.
That's right. 1-0.
Hey.
Oh, 1-0.
Please don't do this.
Joe
Don't.
is out.
180. Wrong.
Joe is our resident runner, so it'd be weird if he got that one wrong.
Huge. Number 2, another thing that is currently in my bag, courtesy of Nike.com. We've got a Nike Dry Fit Fly unstructured swoosh cap.
Okay, I thought this was going to be another shoe. I'm like,
No,
we
no.
were just
We're not doing shoes.
Wow.
shoes.
So this is a cap.
It's a nice
so
cap.
It
It's
is a really nice
unstructured.
cap. Yeah, it's
But
like
it's a fly net.
Yeah, so
So-
it's a fly net and it's unstructured. It's a multifaceted hat. Obviously,
Oh.
it provides sun protection for those sunny months.
Hard to say. I don't really buy hats. I usually just get the ones that Jake doesn't like.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well,
so you might be getting
find
this free.
yourself.
Yeah,
You like how it
One
looks?
could fit. Yeah, I like
good.
it.
It's unstructured, baby.
Obviously.
Junior Boy appears to have sent in his
I genuinely have
answers.
no idea.
Joe has sent in his as well. They've both locked in 50.
50.
The correct price is $40. We scrap. We scrap item 2.
Damn.
Number 3, the Nike Heritage Backpack. It fits 25 litres. It comes in a range of different colours, including black, grey, red, a brownie colour. Let's call it gold. How much will the Nike Heritage Backpack cost you? It's quite a nice little bag.
It's quite nice, yeah.
It's currently in my bag.
It is hard because the Nike stuff is like, it's not like prestige, but it is
Shout out.
nice.
High quality.
You know what I mean?
That's
It's like,
it is, yeah, it's very nice. But I understand it's
Yeah.
not like it's not top tier.
yeah, but it's
You're
not.
not spending $4,000 on that
Yeah,
bag,
yeah.
but there are some brands that you would.
Yeah.
The boys have, I assume, locked in their answers. Joe has gone a whopping $80. Junior Boy, $50. The Heritage Backpack will cost you a $45.
Yes. I'm on the board. It's a draw.
It's
One
a
each.
draw. We've got 2 left. I don't have any
Tiebreakers.
tiebreakers.
We're going to come back for it.
Yeah, well, hopefully it doesn't.
Like, could you?
Hopefully it doesn't require one. Yeah, I'll just do one live. Okay, we're gonna go item number 4. This is the Nike Everyday Plus cushioned training sock. You get a 6-pack. You get a 6-pack of socks from.
What does it mean by cushioned?
They got extra fluff down the
They
bottom.
must. They must have a little bit of extra cushion.
These are the ones that I'm wearing currently.
No.
Are they
I
actually?
Not exactly, but
Because these, they look similar to what I've got, but they are cushioned. I don't think my current ones are cushioned. So I want the cushioned ones.
6. So 12 socks. in
6 of
total?
them. That's correct. That's how the math works, Joey. Well done.
Whoa, I'm not.
it's so hard to tell because you'd think they'd be cheap, but obviously
They also
they're
could
not.
be like
They're-
$100. You know, yeah, well, they
They're
must be
s-
good.
Yeah.
Boys have locked in their answers. Joe has gone with 30. Riley has gone with 45. Riley has hit it on the
Oh,
nipple.
there we go.
$45. Joe, it is at this point where if you don't get this next one and send it to a tiebreaker, Junior Boy wins for the 9th time on the run.
No. They've all been around the 50 mark.
Except for the shoe.
Okay.
What are we going to go with here?
Item number 5. Junior Boy, this is mammoth for you. We've got the Nike Club Woven Flow Short. How much does the Nike
Are they
men's Woven Flow
okay? So like a
Short
polyester kind of finish. Oh, it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell. Because it's like, that's what I'm trying to say is like, some of the stuff you like could be really cheap, but also it could just be something about them made them really expensive.
Yeah.
Boys have locked in their answers. Joe has gone with 50. Junior Boy has gone with $45.
Because everything's been 45.
Has it?
The last 2.
The correct answer is 60. Yes. Joe wins. So we are heading to a tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker. Where Jay is getting up.
I'm going into my bag. Does this mean I have to buy another? means I have
You've
to buy
bought all
another
this
thing.
stuff?
Give me one moment. We are live.
So currently, if you've just joined us, the scores are level. Joe's on 2. I'm on 2. We're playing a game called How Much Should I Pay?
Yes.
Where Jake pulls up some items from the Nike
Yeah.
store at the moment, and we've got to guess how much they cost because it's hard to tell these days. The cost
is
of
hard
living
to tell.
environment. Prices are fluctuating. When there's such high pressure on prices, you'd think they'd be going down, but instead they're going up.
Okay, I've got something.
Okay,
This is
good padding. Good padding.
Thank you. This is item number 5. How do we feel about doing like a sweater vest? Is that all right? Like
Whatever. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it like an athleisure sweater vest?
I'm
or is
actually
it like
against a sweater vest.
Well, who knows? All right.
45?
Closest to the pin here wins. If you're tied on the guesses, we're going to go to a double guesser.
Oh, wow.
I like, yeah.
This is close to the pin. No, that's all.
This
okay.
is a Nike Club men's fleece crew.
Did you
see the price?
No, I didn't see the
Okay.
price.
Oh,
I think it-
convenient.
I don't
He's
think you
shown
did.
him the screen with the price on
I
it.
actually don't think I
So
did.
if Joe wins,
I
we
did.
know that
Joe
there's
wins.
pin.
All right, we're bidding
Foul
it. We're bidding
play.
it. We're bidding it. I don't want our first win in 3 months to come under any
Riley
scrutiny.
gets a little bit scared. He's got to resort to these heinous
I saw Jake
accusations.
flick the
I-
phone
I
toward you and then
freaked
flick it back
out.
to
Yeah,
himself
sorry.
as if a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Here's the prize.
That was definitely not the plan. Would have been bloody smart though. If I had have meant to have done that, I would have done it way cooler. Don't
of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to go... Okay, we got a different... Oh, some of them are a bit hectic. Okay, this is nice. I would get this. Yeah, cool.
Okay. What is it?
Okay,
It's a sweater
we've got
piece.
a Kobe branded, part of the Nike collabs, a Kobe branded dry fit knit jacket. So this is what we're looking at. No prices to be shown.
You would wear
See that again.
Yeah, this is very silent, like early 2000s. Kobe, like pre-game, would wear.
Yeah, imagine Kobe walking out to like the 2008 Olympics, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
legit.
donning this kit. It's got the Nike. It's got the Kobe logo on it. It's actually very cool. The boys have locked in their answers. This is mammoth.
Closest to the bin.
Closest to the bin. It's a big difference as well. Joe has gone $70. Riley boy has gone with 110.
It's Kobe brand. It's Kobe and Nike. This is a historic NBA player as well as a historic brand.
The correct answer, the Kobe dry fit knit jacket, costs you $100.
Oh. No.
Junior boy wins number 9
On the trot.
on the trot.
Oh,
Joe,
that
what
was
are you
almost
doing?
Kobe-esque, wasn't it? Fading away in the corner. Swish.
We quite literally went to overtime, and Junior
Yeah.
boy still managed to pull it out. That is the closest we've been in since February,
Yeah, that was good. That was a good game.
but still not close enough
The
to
scores
unpin the
done it
big
again.
fella.
Currently stand 11 to me, 4 to Joe and 4 to Jake in the game
We may be
series.
forming a coalition very soon.
Yeah, it's getting actually really dire, isn't it?
This is huge.
Congratulations, Junior boy. Massive stuff. 9 on the trot. Next week he goes for 10 versus me.
And Joey
We're bringing
hosts.
out the big guns. You're listening to the Mac Back on Radio Freo 107.9. These Walls from Dua Lipa. You're listening to the Mac Back on Radio Freo 107.9. You got Jake, Joe, and Junior boy in the studio to get your weekend underway. And we've got a bit of a big couple of moments here on the radio show.
Are you fired up, Joey?
I am absolutely on the edge of my seat.
You should be.
It basically comes from a conversation we had last week around
Last
the
week.
Huh?
Right here, right now, last week.
Yeah, about the politicians' signs still being out on the road, basically just littering up the street. And they're pretty boring.
Yep.
So we had a bit of a discussion about what we thought about those signs. Boys, a whole week ago since it was election day. Election day. But what I'm finding around my area is you'd still think the thing was on because I've got so many
Signs.
signs just hanging around.
And it's interesting because it's just like the dude's or lady's face.
That's what I wanted to get to because I think they're rather boring. They're all exactly the same. If you
Yeah.
remove the face and the vote one, it's just
Yeah.
basically a blank sheet. So what I thought was we're a little bit switched on here, somewhat creative. The plan is next week we all come back with our own 3 ideas for our own signs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will get the punters at home to vote on which sign they want us to take out.
Where are we going to put the sign?
I think imagine you were
You're a mascot for yourself.
you're
cool.
the mascot for yourself.
And how will we know if it's working?
Maybe we could do it while we're on radio. Each of us can head out to an intersection. Should we have like a honk?
It's got to
if-
be a honk.
honk if something, so that way people will honk.
Instant
and then,
feedback.
And then we count the amount of honks we get. Most amount of honks wins.
I like it.
I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll absolutely work. We need more honks. Don't
Yeah.
vote for us.
I
Just
didn't want to
honk
vote
for
one.
us.
I want to honk one.
Boys, it's simple as that.
Simple as that.
We are building signs. We are taking them to the streets next week. Most number of honks per sign wins the respective competition.
That's huge.
And we took it to the podcast yesterday,
Yeah, which came out yesterday.
and we shared our 3 different suggestions, our 3 different ideas for what each of our respective signs will say.
Yep.
And we allowed the people of Perth, the people
Yeah.
of the pack, the people of the Mac Pack to vote on what sign they want us to take out each, all right?
Should we tell them what our 3 ideas
We're going to show you what the 3 options were at the time and what people were voting on, and you can still vote. We're going to announce them in the next break.
You got to get in. That's at the MacPack Podcast on Instagram.
Exactly right, and you can vote for any of these 3 options, but we are deciding on them next. Junior boy, your 3 options, can you recall them? Do you want me to read them out?
You read them out for me.
Number 1, Riley had, was honk if you love your mum. Keeping in mind, we just want people to honk.
Yeah, maximising honks.
Maximise the number of honks.
That's it.
Honk if you love your mum.
Nice.
Honk if you're getting on the beers tonight.
Ooh.
Or honk and I'll take my shirt off.
Ooh. There you go.
Joey boy, can you remember what you had?
Honk if you're driving.
Correct?
Honk if your passenger's a gimp.
Yes.
And
Say
the
what
last one was honk if Frio's better than Cottesloe.
Yep.
Massive. And I went with honk to make me dance. And then I went a nice one. To do a good thing, I went honk for mental health.
Nice.
And then lastly, I went honk if you are a legend, in brackets, you are.
Ooh.
So there are our 3 options each. The
There you
game
go.
was simple.
You guys at home have the decision to what sign we take out to the streets. We will decide next.
That's huge. We had a couple favourites in our own midst. Like I kind of wanted Mum to win. Joe wanted driving to win. And Jake, which one did you want to win?
I think the dance one would probably be the most fun. It'd probably be the most humiliating.
Sure.
But we could take a boombox out there. I feel like I need to do something with the sound. I can't just go out there by myself and
You
just
could be
like
radio.
Oh,
I could dance to the tunes that were playing at the time.
Nice,
Oh
I like
my
it.
God. That's a great idea. The poll is still open, but it will only be open for a matter of moments. Literally the next couple of songs. So if you are interested in getting your vote in and having a say in which signs will be taken to the streets next week, do so ASAP.
at the MacPack Podcast on Instagram. Check the stories and throw your vote in.
You have the opportunity to change history.
That's huge.
If only for literally 10 minutes. Get your votes in via the MacPack Podcast. You are listening to the MacPack. We decide. We find out which signs we're taking to the streets. Up next. Our unofficial brother, Declan McCallum. You're listening to the MacPack on Radio Free 107.9. Boys, we have come to a very tense moment.
The time has come.
On the show, we are taking signs to the street this time next week, all pending Joe's organisation skills. We're going to head
Well, you
out.
guys are doing up your sign designs. I'm getting them printed.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
designing for 3 signs. I'm not a wizard.
And we're taking them to the streets next week as part of a competition. We're going to spend about 10. We'll work out exactly the semantics next week, but I'm thinking 10 minutes on the street each with our respective signs. Most amount of honks that we receive wins the respective game.
That's huge.
We are going to work out what punishment we are going to get for the loser. I think we're going less for glory stakes, so less for the winner,
Okay.
but more it's more of a you don't want to come dead last
Yeah,
situation.
yeah, I like it.
So we'll have a bit of a chat about that in a moment. But for the time being, we did ask the people of Perth to get involved with our poll.
Okay.
We all brought 3 different options to the podcast during the week.
Yep.
Of 3 ideas that we are going to chuck on our signs, and then we had the people of Perth decide what sign they want us to take each across over to the road. Simple enough.
That's it, man.
Okay.
Let's
These are
decide the
our
sign.
3 options just
get the
quickly.
winners.
Joe, Junior Boy has got honk if you love your mum, honk if you're getting on the beers tonight, or 20 honks and I will take my shirt off. Junior Boy, which one, if you had to decide for yourself, which one would you be likely to go with?
I would like honk if you love your mum. It brings everyone in, and it's a sign about love.
Honk if you love your mum is what he's after, boys.
I think it's gonna be the shit.
What I can tell you is that honk if you love your mum, of the 3 options,
Yeah.
Dead last.
came in dead last.
Oh, how can people not love their mum,
I
dude?
don't know, maybe they're exhausted. Mother's Day was too big
Yeah.
on them, and they just
Too
went,
much.
"No, maybe not."
Yeah.
So we've got honk if you're getting on the beers tonight, or 20 honks and I'll take my shirt off. The winner was honk if you're getting on the beers tonight.
It is Saturday. That was my reasoning behind it. It was like, it is Saturday. People are going to want to get on the beers on a Saturday night. So let's fire up about it.
That's mammoth. Congratulations, Junior Boy. You're taking the honk if you're getting on the beers tonight. It's a lot of text. A lot of text.
Yeah. Honk if you're getting it. Yeah, the spacing will be interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully people can slow down and read it.
Yeah.
Joey
What is
Boy.
We're at the intersection.
No, we're going to go me. We're going to go me up next, all right?
Nice.
Yeah.
My 3 options were honk to make me dance, honk for mental health, and honk if you are a legend.
Nice. Which one did
In
you...
brackets, you are.
Which one, if you could pick, did you want to win?
I mentioned this before. I think honk to make me dance would be the most fun one to do.
Yeah.
I think honk for mental health has a really nice heart about it. And I think honk if you're a legend, you are. I get a bit nervous about that one. I just don't think that one's going to translate very well.
Okay. And what
If I want honks, people want something from me. I think they want
Yeah.
me to dance.
What came in dead last?
Dead last was honk for mental health.
Oh, what?
The people are against it.
Number 1 was honk to make me dance.
Get on those dancing shoes.
We are dancing this time next week. I think we'll have to wheel out the boombox and
That's
get a bit of
huge.
live actual dancing taking place because I can't just dance for the sake of dancing. I need some.
You look like a crazy guy.
Oh, look like a normal Freo resident. And Joey, your 3 options: honk if you're driving,
Here we go.
which was a favourite of mine. Honk if your passenger is a. We may be deleting this word. You've gone with a gimp.
Yeah, so we may be making something a bit a bit different.
Yes,
Okay.
a bit more PG.
Yes.
We might
We're
leave that.
unsure on the meaning of that one.
We might leave that one with you,
Well,
Joey.
we always saw it as the character from Pulp
Fiction,
Yeah,
yes.
that's how we always describe it as. But we might
Okay,
change it for
that's
this.
Yes.
And lastly, honk if Frio is better than Cateslo.
Yeah, Cateslo. Not sure what that is either.
Joey boy, have you got a favourite of the three?
Mine favourite is honk if you're driving.
Okay,
It's gotta be.
I can tell you that honk if you're driving came in second.
Oh,
Second,
okay.
that's not bad.
So it's between honk if Frio is better than Cot or honk if your passenger is a gimp. It's probably no surprise as the people loved
People love it.
honk if your passenger is a gimp.
People love it. People love it. But apparently,
Should we put a poll up to see if we can use the word? That might be the next poll we do.
see the people.
Can
They're the ones
Joe
picking
use-
it. I want it to be driving.
Because that's the hard thing with words these days. There's so many connotations because they develop over
Yeah.
such a long period of
Honk
time.
means a few different things as well.
Yeah.
If who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I could get a picture of the guy from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, something like that.
Potentially.
To
Just
really
to
keep
cover
it clear.
yourself.
Yeah, this guy.
Honk if
Maybe
you're
Honk if he was the actor.
Maybe you could be in the suit.
Joe stressed
Can
us.
we please do that? That way you
actually-
can't be
That's pretty good.
They
That way-
can't get me.
That way you can't. Yeah, it's not derogatory because you are that. If
Yeah,
you're,
yeah,
if you're
I'm-
embodying the thing, you're not saying that that's a bad thing. You're saying that you're one of
Are you
them.
allowed to wear a gimp suit out on the road at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Let's find out.
Find out,
Let's
yeah.
find out. Let's find one. Let's get Joey.
If the police come, you get an extra 10 points.
Yeah.
We'll give it
If
to
they
you.
honk, you get an extra 50.
We're taking it to the streets this time next week. We have our signs in order. If you guys have any ideas for what we can do as a punishment, please get in contact via the MacPack or 047 88. No, that's not it. 047 30 30 88. You can get in contact with us. It's all happening this time next week. Thank you so much for playing along.
See you next week.
Winner comes the spoils.
Here we go.
Loser comes to something else. That's our man Sammy Fender with a bit of people watching. You're listening to the MacPack on Radio Frio 107.9. Jake, Joe and Junior Boy in the studio to get your weekend underway. Bit of big news about Sammy this week. He has officially launched. As of yesterday, he's announced that he is coming back to Australia. All the dates have been released.
That's huge.
But I don't think it is exactly... Well, what meets the eye isn't exactly...
Ooh.
It.
The boy from Sunderland is hiding something from us. Is that
I don't
right?
think he's from Sunderland at all.
Sunderland
Yeah,
till I
he is.
Is he
die.
from Newcastle? He's a Geordie. He's a Geordie boy.
Oh, he's Geordie Shore.
Newcastle till I die.
Sammy is taking his little tour over to Australia in November of this year. He's in Melbourne on the 14th. He's in Brisbane on the 19th. He's in Sydney on the 21st. He's in Adelaide on the 25th. And he's in Perth on the 28th.
Big week.
What I find interesting about that, the Perth gig being on the 28th of November makes it a Friday.
Oh, TGIF.
Part of me thinks that if you're scheduling a gig on the Friday, as he has done in Melbourne on the 14th and Sydney on the 21st, what day would you like to go to a gig? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a Tuesday?
Saturday.
Saturday
What about
night.
you, Junior Boy?
Saturday night. That's a Cold Chisel song, Joe.
Really?
I didn't know that, but yeah.
It was the day of the week.
All of these events, barring Adelaide and Brisbane, are taking place on a Friday. So you got Melbourne,
The big smoke.
Sydney,
the big-
Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, the big
Yeah, the
three.
big three.
The triangle offense
The
of
big,
Australia.
the big three are all taking place on the Friday. What I'm imagining here, lads, all of those will sell out, and then he goes,
Cool.
"Boys, I got you sorted. We're putting on a Saturday show as well." You heard it here first. Jake Stradamus is predicting that Sammy Fender is going to do Fridays and Saturdays in
What if
Perth,
he does Sunday?
Sydney, and
What if
Melbourne.
he does Sunday till I die?
He's doing Sutherland till I die. Yeah. I also heard an additional rumor. This one hasn't been started from me. It has been started from another punter.
Claim it.
His last name's not actually Fender.
Who reckons these
He's from
times,
Sunderland, not Newcastle.
these dates are eerily similar to Oasis. Oasis
Oh.
playing in Melbourne on the 31st of October, and they finish their tour in Sydney on the 8th of October. There's dates all the way through. Is there a chance?
You're saying maybe
that
Just
Sammy
maybe.
Fender
Maybe.
Sam's going to be the one
could be
to
opening for
save
the
me.
Oasis boys. I've never heard anything about that in the past. I know Oasis are big fans of a Aussie band. Name escapes me.
AC/DC.
Oh, yeah. The
not-
Chats.
Nah,
Who
I don't think
opened
it's them
for
either.
them last time?
Not sure who it is anyway. But there's a potential chance. But you heard it here first. I reckon Sammy's doing a Friday and Saturday here in Perth. You better believe we'll be getting tickets to both.
That's huge.
Sure.
That's huge.
Time will tell. If it works out, if that does come true, I'm sure you hear about it. If it doesn't, like many things that don't come true, it's the first and last time you hear about it here on the Mac Back. You are listening to the Mac Back on Radio Free 107.9. Flowrider, Robin Thicke, and Verdine White. If I don't like it, you're listening to the Mac Back on Radio Free 107.9. Boys, just about to hand over to the team at World Football to take you through from 10 till 12. Got a bit of a footy day planned myself.
Oh, yeah.
Pies kicking things off in a matter of moments.
Yeah.
Into the docks.
Yeah.
Into the Piara Water Falcons Knights game.
Nothing beats local sport, I don't reckon. I just
No,
love
I
going
like-
down to like...
Oh, professional.
Oh, Joey. Heard it here first.
It's just fun watching the lower levels and being like, wow, the pros are good.
Oh, it's unreal. We went to at my park last night. Really quickly before we go, at my park last night there was a little rugby game going on.
Yeah.
And we just headed down to have a little bit of watch. It was being telecast on YouTube.
Yeah, I tuned in. I saw a try.
Did you see me in the background? I was just
You were naked.
Yeah, that's my signature move. You know how people look through the crowd and I don't know if that's me. When you're naked, you always know it's you.
Yeah, true.
Little pink guy on the back.
Boys, it has been an absolute pleasure. We've got the sign competition taking place. Honk if you're wheeling past next week.
Very
That's
nice.
right.
Very exciting indeed. That'll be taking place next week. Joey's got to design the signs, get them all sus.
Not design?
No, you can do it all. That'll be taking place this time next week. Boys, until then, stay safe, stay blessed, and always remember to
Go give your mum a hug.
shove it out, but not.
Thank you so much for listening to yet another week of us on Radio Fremantle or 107.9.
As you heard, there's a lot of participation
Or participation.
from the listeners. So if you want to get involved with the show next week or any week after that, make sure you listen in live and hit us up on the Instagram DMs.
Slide into them DMs.
Yes, and if you want to listen to the show with all the music as well, tune in at 107.9, 8 to 10 every Saturday.
G'day, guys. Hope you're enjoying the podcast.
As always.
We're about to be enjoying the podcast anyway. Yeah. If you are enjoying the pod, make sure to send it to a friend. And excitingly, there's a brand new feature
New feature alert.
on Spotify, which is that little box, little feedback box.
The box. We love a little box.
Settle. And on the on each of the episodes, you can plug away a bit of feedback for the show. So you can literally say specifically, basically give us some feedback specific to the show that you just listened to, the episode you just listened to. No matter what episode you're up to, ping us in that feedback, and then you can that feedback will then feature for other people who are catching up or they're listening to the episodes. They will see that as well, and most importantly, we like to see it. So if you can share it with your friends and write a few little words in the box, it would mean the absolute world to us.